All right. So I have a little time this morning before I get up and go and get ready to go to work. And I just wanted to address because this should have been something I should be doing every single day is looking at the flaws that I have when I'm trading, journaling them, and being able to talk about them. And one thing that a lot of people on social media, especially a lot of traders, is that they're really afraid to talk about certain things, such as what triggers them, um, what causes them to lose a trade, like certain psychological things that certain people don't want to talk about. In this video, I want to talk about at least five bad habits that I have as a trader, and what causes me a trade, or what causes me funded accounts. Because just like everybody else, you ended up getting a funded account, you end up blowing it a few times. You get there, you try again, and you get a lot more further than you did last time, but then you still end up failing. So I want to talk about at least five different bad habits that I have as a trader that I will continue to work on from this day going forward. So one really bad habit that I have as a trader, honestly, I am horrible when it comes to journaling. I have a few journals that I went ahead and worked on in the past. Like this was one of my favorite trading journals. I'm not sure why I stopped, and the program that I am using this on is called Obsidian. Back at the time, I was actually using this to journal a lot of the trades that I've taken. What are good trades? What are bad trades? What did I do in that certain moment? Like things like that does make a difference. Now, why journaling is important? As we can see, I ended up having a section called good setups, right? What this is just a journal of a lot of good different trading setups that I've taken, and why did I take them. There's a lot of different reasons on why I took a good setup trade, and I was willing to hold the trade all the way through. I actually have two different sections: the art of patience and timing. And this was something that I'm not doing the due diligence on myself anymore. As you can see, it's 11, it's November 4th. And the last time that I actually was probably working on this was probably, what's the last screenshot that I have? August. Hence, 2 months later, I still haven't really journaled. What that I did switch to, which I'm gonna bring over here to my other screen here. You guys are going to see that I actually have a lot. Not a lot, but I ended up wanting to try something new, and that was journaling the video. And I was having some issues with my recording software, so there's certain days where like I just couldn't get my recording software to work. But now I figured out the issue. I was out of space on my other hard drive, which I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. But now I'm looking to get back into this because I only trade one thing and one thing only, and that is at ES and SPY. Now, this is where my second bad habit is. I have a really bad habit of sitting on fucking hands. I'm gonna say it in that way because it is very frustrating, especially there's times where you are able to sit on your hands and you are just sitting there clicking, 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 clicking. I do have a section called "How Not to Get Lucky" in my training template, I guess you want to call it. This is where I ended up again taking up doing journaling on YouTube, and ended up journaling on this because it would help me identify a lot of good setups instead of just taking it at certain levels without me not knowing what's going to happen. Now, a bad habit that I just said that I have is that I struggle to sit on my hands. Now, I don't have these levels just for no reason, right? We don't make levels just for no reason. We make levels to help us identify a perfect area that might be good to take a trade. Will it be 100%? No. In my head, I always tell myself the levels are probably 60 to 80% accurate, and it just depends on the market conditions. Are we selling off? Are we buying? Are we ending up going in a sideways trend? Those are certain things that, again, as me as a trader, it goes over my head when I'm sitting there in front of the screen, because the first thing that is on my mind is to make money. Yes, everybody wants to make money inside the stock market, but to what lengths are you willing to go to in order to make the money that you want to, right? Patience, patience, patience. That's why I ended up making this one section, the art of patience. And if anybody's interested in getting this template, again, you guys can let me know. I don't like to gatekeep. I like to share as much as I possibly can, especially me being the amateur that I am. And that brings me to my third bad habit is trying to go through this by myself instead of getting real proper guidance. Now, I've been in different trading communities. I've been in different groups that didn't really like line up with the way that I like to trade. Um, a perfect example of other people that I've seen in groups, and again, everybody has a particular trading setup. They have a particular way of trading. Me, because of the way that I trade, I'm more of a I'm more of a I don't want to say laid back type of trader, but I try to wait for confirmation, I guess, and wait for certain closures at my levels. And that is one thing that I see other people do. And I was kind of really against this is going and taking other people's trades, but I shouldn't see it as that. It should see it as more of getting mentored. And because I've been doing this for a while, I get frustrated with myself at times that I'm not doing what I need to do, and it just causes me to do a lot of stupid stuff that I normally wouldn't do. Like hence blowing an account. And the way that I blew it was I just loaded up a whole bunch of contracts because in the back of my head I was like, this is gonna go this way, this is gonna go this way, this is gonna go this way, and it didn't. So that's what ended up, and it really didn't go my way. It went completely high and just blew the account just on that one trade alone. And and that's because I'm not really fully prepared. I trade just one or two, no names, whatever you want to call it. I just trade one specific thing, and that's it. Not every day I'm going to get a perfect setup. Not every day I'm going to be able to make money. Not every day is the market going to give me what I want, right? Let's look at October the 29th. Let's look what happened. I could have taken a trade at this 1 hour. I could have put my stop loss here, and that would enforce me of a good habit of taking the trades when I'm supposed to at my levels, seeing the closures that I'm seeing, and executing in a proper way, putting my stop loss in an area that I think will be best to put it at. Look, I could have taken that trade, at the wee bottom of my 1 hour support, and I would have just been sideways the whole time. I struggle a lot to cut the losses and pretty much take the trade in the area that I need to be. Because there's some people, as soon as it gets in the air, they don't wait for a confirmation. They just hit the button. They're like, yep, we're in this. Me, I'm a lot more conservative, so I sit and I try to wait. These three pin bars would have gave me a perfect confirmation that this level would hold. And look what happened for the previous days. We ended up opening above it, pop back above. This is where I ended up blowing my account at the 29th of October. I ended up blowing the account right here. We ended up coming above. We ended up getting this wick here, and this is where I ended up was taking my trade. This is where I have my fourth bad habit, not willing to cut the trade early when it goes against me. We ended up getting this nice large top wick. I like the top wicks, and they give me a lot more guidance. I feel a lot more comfortable taking trades, seeing these certain things. Will it always work? No, but for majority of the time that I probably do take them, I probably say 60 to 70% that I do take that trade, it may go my way. Why did I make the mistake here? We ended up getting bought back above, and we wicked back off the level. Not once, but twice, as I trade on the 16-minute to 6-minute time frames. Even if we looked at this in a 6-minute time frame, we ended up getting these bottom wicks, right? Top wick, resistance, ended up closing right above it. And me, the stubborn person that I was at the moment, I was so fixated on being so right. I was so wrong, and I blinded myself. There's times that I need to sit back and I need to really look at the charts at a much more bigger picture. Why am I taking a trade in a certain way? One thing that I learned from a trader that he doesn't trade anymore because the community is very toxic. And he's a crypto, he's a crypto trader. Not a crypto trader. He's a forex trader, and that's Davo. I learned this from him. and it was to just look left. What does looking left do? It helps us identify the area and what could possibly happen in the moment. Yes, we open up below the level, resist, support, support. Because we opened up and hit the level, I was expecting it to fall back low. Then, the next day after, we end up hitting the resistance again, and I'm not taking these trades. Why am I not taking these trades? It's clear as day. We have a resistance here. I blind myself on not trying to be wrong every time because I end up reminding myself about certain things. And that's where my fourth bad habit comes in, and that is not resetting properly. I remember I was watching a specific um, interview with Umar, which is one of the best traders, and he ended up having a very big loss, and it was because he wanted to be so right, and he did the same thing that I did. He kept just dumping money, buying more contracts, and the market was just going against him. And I believe that was when everybody was expecting the market to completely crash, which hence, we ended up having, a big downfall, but was it the right time? No. We wasn't patient. Me and him was not patient enough in certain trades, and that's what caused us to take a loss on that specific trade. Will the setup always be great? No, but taking the trade at the level is always part of the plan. If I continue to stick to the plan, no matter how many times that I lose, I should be able to come out still on top because usually my risk to reward is always a 1 to 2, more suited for me. Not being prepared definitely does cost you a lot of good trades, and it definitely causes you a lot more headspace. And again, I need to be there and be able to willingly take a specific trade depending on the condition that it's at. Yeah, I could have took the 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 resistance here, and I would probably look for the previous high, making higher highs and lower and higher lows. And this area would have been a good area to probably leg it out as we ended up wicking off this level and continue to move higher to touch the 1 hour resistance. You think that you're like the best trader in the planet, and no, that's a big overconfidence. And because you have one bad trade that again that goes against you, one trade that really goes against you, it does discourage you a little bit. It messes with your mind a lot, and because I think that I know what I'm doing. I have certain days that I'm doing really, really good, and then that one bad day just wipes everything out because I am so overly confident. I don't have proper emotional control when it comes to trading, and everyday life. Trust me, I have some really good emotional control. I have a lot of good self control, but when it comes to trading, for some odd reason, it just brings out a whole different animal that I'm just so fixated on winning. Like I just want to make this work. I know that I can make this work. But because I'm continuously doing the same stupidness over and over and over, it will discourage me every single time that I get to an area of my interest. Um and hence, given my situation, I should be doing a lot more better. Um I need to sit there and really force myself to do certain things because I'm sitting here busy playing Call of Duty, winding down with that when I didn't even, during the weekend, I didn't even open up the stock market, not even once. You know, I didn't do no weekly preparation. I didn't do any of that. That's where I need to pretty much put my foot forward on is becoming the best in terms of self control, emotional intelligence for the market, and being able to be prepared every day. And I feel like that's what will make me that will put me into the 1% of top traders.